is Deacon Miguel Colunga. I'm born and raised in East Lansing, Michigan, and I am just about to be ordained this upcoming June 12th, which would be 2 weeks from now. And let's see. Oh, and also, my bad. So I was born and raised in East Lansing. My home parish is also St. Thomas Aquinas, St. John's Student Center in East Lansing. So the Lord had to really work in my heart. He really had to teach me. He really had to bring me to a point of conversion, to a point where he would kind of take my heart and have me fall in love with him. And so that happened. Fast forward a couple years to my freshman year of high school. It was there on a youth group retreat. And the first night I was there, they sat us down in a small group. And there's a big story too, how I got to that youth group meeting, but all divine providence. And I'm there at that retreat. And the first question they asked the group was, "Why are you here?" And all the guys around me, were sharing their answers. But before they started, in my head, I thought, well, he's not going to like my answer. I'm here because my parents made me. But then each single person, every guy there, his response just astounded me. Every man just witnessed to his faith, and he said that I'm here to grow my relationship with Jesus Christ. And of course, that shocked me. It was a huge shock. And I thought that was just, when the first person said, I thought it was just him. But every single man there said the same thing, that he's here to grow in his relationship with Jesus, that he wants to grow in his faith. And all of a sudden, it was my turn. And I didn't know what to say. I was still in complete shock. I didn't know guys anywhere near my age would ever say something like that. I thought religion was always uncool. And so it was my turn. And I think the Lord took advantage of that moment of shock because all of a sudden I just felt moved and inspired to say, and I started saying these words, and it still shocks me to this day. It's still a mystery to me, but my response when it was my turn, I said, well, I'm here to make my parents' faith my own. And of course, that started it all. All the guys that were next to me, they patted me on the back, like, "Hey, good job." But in my heart, I'm saying, "Hi, what's going on?" I'd never said those words. Why did I say? I don't know why I said it. But that's what did it. And the rest of that retreat, the rest of the weekend, my heart was just being continually set more and more on fire for the Lord. The Holy Spirit just took a hold of me. And after that retreat, I came back, and I remember my dad picked me up and was like, "Dad, there's Christian music, there's this and that." And the whole time my dad's eyes are getting wider and wider, thinking, what happened to my son, and where is he? And but that was a beautiful moment of grace. And I share that because it was so important, such an important part of my vocation story, because it was that moment where the Lord made me more receptive to hearing his voice. It was right after that I started paying attention more, and all of a sudden conversations or discussions about vocations, about the priesthood, especially when we talked about those during youth nights, it made me think, and it really captivated my attention more so than it did in the past. And all of a sudden I found myself asking the question and over repeating it throughout the years. It was God calling me to be a priest. Well, how do I know? What is this? It was the first time I heard of it, and it just, I can't explain it. It just caught hold of me. And so the next few years, I would pray with it. Those thoughts would still stick with me. I would try to think of other things I might want to do after I graduated high school, but the thought of the priesthood always remained. There was nothing else I wanted to do. And at the moment, I wasn't sure. I'm never really sure. And I started asking the Lord for signs, and lo and behold, those signs were he was granting them. And more people are coming up to me saying, I think you should consider about the priesthood, or I don't know if you ever thought about it. In my mind, I'm like, wow, okay, no, but I kept thanking the Lord. And so anyway, those 4 years, just after that moment, thought of priesthood stuck with me, and it was just like one giant arrow when I came to my senior high school, one giant arrow that was pointing towards the priesthood. And so I joined seminary right after I graduated high school and haven't left since. One big one was the summer after my theology 1 year. It started off with a pilgrimage to the Holy Land. I remember we were walking, and Monsignor Trapp, he was leading us in our group, and he points, and he points to a well. I'm like, and that's a well where Abraham made a covenant with so and so in the Bible. And then we continued on. I stopped and I'm like, wait, what? Abraham. We're talking about Abraham in Genesis, and so it was funny. Which was just like every place we went to was just so full of history, so full of meaning. And even at Calvary, when we went there in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and we went to now there's a big church where Calvary was, where the Lord was crucified. And just remember just praying there, thinking, wow, this is a huge place where I'm at right now. Like not only celebrating, not only this where the Lord died and this is where he saved us, but we I could pray like the Divine Mercy Chaplet, and this is the best way to do it here. The mysteries of the Rosary. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Like just the mystery and the whole joy and the excitement of it all was just really overflooding. It was really a joy. And then right after that, we did our 30-day silent retreat, which is again just filled with a good time of just prayer with the Lord, of growth, of grace. So that was very intensive spiritual summer. So that was big highlight. And then just one more highlight was actually when I did a lot of hospital visits. This was before COVID. So this is, again, that first year of theology 3 years ago. And it was just a lot of powerful encounters with people. And it was just a grace to be able to meet with them, speak with them, especially in times where they're scared or suffering or even terminally ill. And so just to be there, be able to bring the Lord into those moments, and just to be like a humble instrument, humble conduit of his mercy, and even bringing the communion to those, and just visiting a lot of people and communion to Catholics and speaking with them, hearing the story. It was just a lot of powerful encounters. So those are out of many highlights, those are two big ones that I really love. Well, good question. I mean, right now I've just been going out about, visiting my friends, and all their ordinations. And so there's been a lot of traveling, a lot of just personal time and prayer between packing up and getting plans ready and set for the masses, getting all the readings ready, the music, you have all the rehearsals and just organized receptions and everything. So there's a lot of that, a lot of practical stuff. But really right now it's just so in the midst of that kind of busy time, just trying to really just focus on the day and just focus on like the priest I want to be, focus on just the Lord and just who he is, and just really just being grateful for just the great gift of the priesthood, really just praying over with the Lord just how just the journey, what the path he's taken me, the ways he's moved me closer to his heart, and how he just brought me to this moment. So there's a lot of prayer that so just been a lot of prayer, amidst like the busyness, and a lot too of I've about to print out. There's going to be praying a lot with a lot of the promises that they'll have at the priestly ordination for the Mass. So I have a copy of it, and so I'm just going to be just meditatively praying through a lot of what the bishop will ask me, a lot of the promises I will make at that time of service to the Lord, and so yeah, so it'll be a lot of prayer. Oh, fantastic! There's really nothing else I want to be other than just a holy and happy priest. I want to be a priest filled with joy, and I really hope to be a priest that's so faithful to the Lord, but so available to the people, to be a humble instrument, and just to make sure that the Lord is what increases in me, and that just Saint John the Baptist says, like the Lord, he increased and I decrease. So I just want the Lord just to be so central to my ministry, the Lord to be the central point of my message, and just really hope that the people are able to encounter the Lord, even through me, and just be able to just enjoy the ride, see what the Lord does, uh, and just rejoice in the Holy Spirit. Yeah, so just be a happy holy priest. That's really all I want to be.